Hello everyone. So in this video we'll see how to create the authorization server and the resource server by using Spring Cloud Security and OAuth2. Um, so I already created the project, Spring Boot project, and the dependencies I used is Spring Boot Starter Web, Cloud Starter OAuth2, and Cloud Starter Security. So I'll just go to the application.properties and I'll just give the name as auth server. I'll change the server port to 6888 and I'll give the context path as auth server. Let's just try to start the application and see that it's starting fine or not. Yeah, it started successfully. As you can see, the application, it generated the default security password. The reason is we are having the started security dependency in the POM. Now let's provide the OAuth2 credentials. So here we need like four things for now. We'll need the client ID, client secret, grant type, and what is the read scope, the scope of. So let's create it. Security dot the ID. I'm giving some names. I will give Spring test. I'll just the secret as test. Give the grant type, and it accepts a list set of strings. So the grant types can be password, refresh token. It can be authorization code, and it can be client credentials. Okay, and it give the scope as it accepts the list of strings. I can give read and write. Let's enable the annotation and say that it is an authorization server. Enable authorization server. We'll just quickly create a class called security config. It will has the annotation as enable web security at configuration. This class will extend the web security configure adapter. Okay, so here I will just override the configure method, which will have the HTTP security, and just say HTTP dot authorize request dot any request dot authenticate. So I'm saying that any request, just authenticate it. Dot and dot, I'll just say it's HTTP basic. Okay, now for now we'll create the in-memory details, in-memory database. Later on we'll shift focus to the by using the actual MySQL database. So but for now we'll use the in-memory. So it's public void, just give configure global. It will has it's global. It will has authentication manager builder, authentication manager builder. Okay, so here while providing the password we have to encode that first. So just create a bean, and this bean will have the password encoder, and I will return new password bcrypt password encoder. I'll return. Okay, yeah, and now authentication manager builder dot in memory authentication dot with user. I will just give username as admin dot password, and password we need to encode the password, so I'll use our password encoder dot encode, and let's a test admin test. The password is admin test, and we'll provide the roles of admin. That's it. I'll just throw the exception. Sorry, I think this is it. Let's try to restart our application. It's still generating the default password, so it means something is wrong. Oh, so it's not using our in-memory database, so I have to say it's auto-wired. Let's see now. Okay, so now it's gone, and it's using our client ID as Spring Test and secret it's masked, so it's using our details now. Let's quickly go to Postman, and let's just say, just open it here. http/localhost, port is 6888, context path is auth server, and the endpoint to get the token is OAuth/token, and this will be a post request. Now first thing, we need to use the basic authentication, and we need to use the username as password. So the username will be the client ID, it's already there. Client ID is Spring Test, and password we are using test. Yeah. Now the body will use as form URL encoder. The key will be client ID. Client ID is Spring Test. Now we need to say what is the grant type. So here we'll use the grant type as password. We can use any of this, so I'm using the password. Now I'm using the password. I need to provide the username, and username is admin, and we need to provide the password, and password is admin for admin test, and the password is admin test. Let's try to hit the URL. Boom, we got the access token back. The token type is bearer. We got the refresh token. The scope is read write, and the access token will expire in 43119 seconds. So now the thing is that we can use the grant type as refresh token to get the access token once the access token is expired. So let's change the time of access token, the validity. So access token validity, let's just give to 30 seconds and see. We'll just restart the application. And try to hit the URL and get the token. Yeah, so now you can see the access token, it will expire in 29 seconds. So let's wait for 30 seconds and see. So this is the value of refresh token. I will just copy it because we'll use now the grant type as refresh token, and the access token, as you can see, now after 30 seconds when we'll hit it again, the value of access token will change. See, it got changed. I think so. Okay, let's leave it here. Let's create another class called home controller. Here we can understand, and I'll just address controller. I'll just create an endpoint which will return the principal. Say get user, and it will have principal and return principal. We'll use get mapping, and the endpoint will be /user. Okay, let's restart the application. Just it started successfully. I will just go here and just say http / localhost 6888 / context path is auth server and 9.8 user. Okay, let's not use any kind of authentication, and let's just see what will happen. Unauthorized. The reason is we are restricting every request. Now let's go here and I'll just generate the token. So I'll copy the access token. This is the type of bearer. We'll just use authorization from here as a bearer token, and we'll just paste it and just say send. Oh, it's again saying that it's an unauthorized request. The reason is, so this is the kind of resource, so we need to say enable resource server, and let's restart the application. Whoa. It restarted successfully. Now let's use the same token, and it will say the token is unauthorized. Yeah, it's saying invalid token because of 30 seconds and it got expired. Let's generate the new one. We got the new one. Boom. So we got all the details as role admin, the token value, the authority, the grant type, and everything. We got all the details. Okay, so that's it, and hopefully you all like the video, and in the next video we'll elaborate this application and we'll see what we can do the next with the resource server and authentication server. We'll create a new separate project and we'll use the user details to connect to this authorization server and get authenticated. I think this will be enough for today, and let's see all of you on the next tutorial, next video. Thank you.